Hello, hello, hello. Let's get in. Let's get this live stream in. Come in, drop your city and state. Say hello. Let me get my sound system in. Let's talk about Senate passing this $1,400 stimulus. What that means, as we got Brandon Hicks first in. Right, Brandon Hicks first in. Let me do a sound check for myself. Hello, Brandon. Thanks for coming in. The credit and crypto classroom, right? We're gonna call it the classroom. Um, Let me do a sound check. You all let me know if everything is sounding good and if you can hear me well, see me well from Raleigh, North Carolina. Hello, Brandon. Okay, I think the sound check is good. Hello, Gwen. Good afternoon to you all as well. As I always like to do, I think I'm gonna do something different though. Let me do something different. Hello, Memphis coming in. Let me see how this will. If I don't get an echo, if I do get an echo, I'm going to have to get a tech person to come in and look at it. Get some jazz music for the 5 minutes of fame. How about that? All right. See if I can get some jazz going on. If I hear some echo in the background, then I'll just play my digital gold for Bitcoin, right? For the 5 minutes of fame as you all are coming in. Anthony says, salute from Memphis. Hello, Anthony. Thank you, Gwen. Confirmation that the sound is good. Let's see how long the sound will be good, right? See if I can get this playing in the background. They like, Queen, want to listen to jazz today? Yeah, we're going to listen to jazz. Nelly, country grammar. Right? We're going to listen to Nelly, country grammar. As you all come in, give me a few minutes to set up my other platforms. I'm going to get everything up. Promise you, I'm not planning on this being a long live stream. Have some things to do today. Since people ask me if I'm from Mississippi, right? We're just gonna play this country grammar for you, right? Let me get everything set up as you all are coming in. Make sure you hit like and you hit share. Like this and share this. You can like and share it on YouTube as well. All right, sounding good. Yeah, I got Nelly. Hey, hello, Queen. My queen from Florida. I do. I woke up this morning reading books. That's why my eyes are tired reading books, and my eyes are a little weak, so I have to put on my glasses. Thank you for following me on Twitter. He said, I just follow you on Twitter. Thank you so much, Periscope. Make sure you pump those hearts and show some digital love. We got Sean. I think that's Sean. I'm pronouncing that correctly, from Georgia. Hello. In the credit and cash flow room, we have Valencia. So this is pretty much the music I was listening to as I was reading, right? I think I found the answer to how this debt jubilee is going to be distributed, right? I think I found the answer. I've been doing a lot of reading this morning about this debt jubilee, but I'll do a live stream on that later on. Gwen says, that's nice. Switch up the music. Jazz is relaxing. So we have approximately 20 seconds left. 88 people in. I need everyone, whether you are on Facebook, right, YouTube, Periscope, pump those hearts, show some digital love. Facebook, make sure you like and share on your personal page right before we get into the topic. And be participators for this live stream. I'd love to hear your comments, whether you agree, disagree, or you're neutral, right? Express your opinion. Let's get into it. And we got Simon in from Periscope. Hello, Simon from Maryland. Maryland ND is in the house, right? And we have another North Carolina in. Hello from North Carolina. I may should put my glasses back on. It's blurring up on me. Hello. You all are coming in. Hello. 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 Georgia is in as well. Showing some love. Cedric, hello from the NOLA. Cedric, glad to have you in. Right. We'll put these on temporarily. Hello, Cedric from the NOLA. We got Cedric in, and we have reached our 5 minutes of fame. So I will stop right there. And as Brandon says, you all make sure that you all hit that like button, whatever platform you're tuning in on, right? Oh, you all are so kind. It says the frames look good on me. Well, thank you. I'm gonna take them off, but I'm not gonna have them on for long. Sending love from the DMV. Yes, you heard the news. So let's come in. Let's talk about this. As we have 170 people, I think, according to let me look at my stats that's coming in, and I'm only seeing people about 27 thumbs up. So you all on YouTube, I do have other people in for other platforms, so it does calculate all of my other viewers as well. So not all of these viewers are YouTube viewers, but I need you all to, if you are viewing on YouTube, to make sure that you hit the thumbs up, and Facebook do this as well. We have another Periscope person in, and I'm going to say hello because my Periscope views and followers are building. Hello. Learn a lot from you. Thank you so much. Proverbs 31st woman, it may be your internet. Everything is looking good on my end. So check the strength of your internet. So we have a total of, as we got more Periscope, keep pumping those hearts and showing digital love. I'm having some new Periscope people in, and I'm so glad about that because the 31st Periscope will be changing over, right? We'll be changing over. So want to make sure that I'm building up my Periscope platform so that you all can also follow me on Twitter. So let's get into this, right? And let's get into this and keep pumping those hearts on Periscope as well. And YouTube, make sure you hit the thumbs up, and on Facebook, right? And on Facebook. So the stimulus update, right? I took it from CNN. I think CNN so far had the most information for me. So I wanted to use the CNN article. The Senate, and yes, it does have to, must go to the House on Tuesday. However, I believe it will pass. The good news is that it will meet the deadline of March the 14th, right? If it passes and everything goes smoothly next week in the in the House, right? And so the Senate has passed the Biden's 1.9 trillion relief bill, or the $1,400 stimulus, aka by a 50-49 vote. This bill includes many checks for Americans. However, you do know that 16 million Americans will not be recipients of the $1,400 stimulus. So those persons earning under $75,000 a year now have been exempt. However, it still has passed the Senate, right, on a 50-49 vote. And he said he had to compromise, right? He says it's the essence of this relief bill is the same despite some compromises. So I'm assuming the compromise that he's referring to is the 16 million Americans who will now not qualify, right? However, again, expected to go on smoothly. These are some things that I do like about the bill. Nonetheless, that 16 million Americans are not qualified, right? And there are some people, for some reason, who seems to think that, believe it or not, right? Believe it or not, that if you earn 80,000 a year in America, that is high income, right? So I'm showing 300 people total, right? Showing 300 people total. So make sure that you all show digital love if you want me to continue talking, and hit the thumbs up, right? And hit the thumbs up. Yes, I do have some news on Cardano ADA and Polkadot as well. You're gonna have to stay to the end to get that news, because Ryan, while you're sending me the question marks, I'm going to discuss the stimulus first, right? So, what is the link with crypto, with ADA and Senate just passed? Okay, so let me stay on topic, right? No distractions, no distractions. And right, 80,000 is nothing. I actually had people to comment on my last live stream that 80,000 80,000 in the South is nothing, right? 80,000 in Texas or Mississippi or Florida or Alabama is nothing. So I know it's nothing in other states, especially New York and California. But believe it or not, I actually had some people that call that greed, use the word greed. Um, for people who made over 80,000 to want a $1,400 stimulus, when those same people, right, have past due mortgages. In most cases, people that may earn that much usually have mortgages, or past due rent. Maybe they don't have mortgages, right? So those people, as I told you all on my last live stream, they actually make up the economy, right? I consider middle class anyone that's in the six figure income bracket. Believe it or not, right? Some people in the South think that they are middle class if they have an $85,000 annual income. So again, I can ask my uncle in Texas if he's middle class, and his answer is yes on a 250,000 income. But I can ask my cousin who may be at 75,000 in Mississippi, are they middle class? And their answer is yes. So what's the true middle class? I define middle class as anyone that's in the six-figure annual price range. I think you are poor working middle class if you're below six figures, right? If you're below your annual six figures. So I do consider you as the poor middle class. 85,000 is not much in the South, right? It's not much. However, you know, it's all about the mindset, right? It's all about the mindset, and it's all about what people think. So back to the stimulus. Joe Biden said he took office 45 days ago. He told American people help is on the way. And I actually thought that he said he was going to close the economy down, right? Or I don't know, maybe he wanted to reopen it back up, or schools. But I thought he was going to come in more drastic as far as closing things down his first 60 days or first 45 days. However, he did get this passed. I think it was an extension of President or former President Trump's vision of the $2,000 stimulus. So you can't really mention the $1,400 without also mentioning that it was Trump who really pushed this back in 2020, right? And then some people received the 600, and now they will receive the additional 1,400. So Joe Biden did come in his 45 days and was able to get it passed through the Senate. Now, again, what I do like about this is that the unemployment, which was formerly $400, is now $300, right? So those who were receiving the extra federal unemployment of $400 or an additional $1,600 a month, that price will, or that Fed unemployment will be reduced to $300, which will be approximately $1,200, but you still get your state's unemployment. Because that $400 reduction is taking place, they added in a stimulus that they're going to extend the deadline of the federal unemployment. So now, instead of it expiring in August is going to expire in September, right? So instead of the expiration date for the $400 additional federal unemployment income is going to expire in September. Another thing, there are many Americans last year that were receiving the unemployment, which is their federal and their state. And many of them did not get taxed, or taxes were not taken out. And so many of these Americans this tax year find themselves in a situation where they owe taxes, right? They are owing taxes as a result, or they're not receiving the tax refunds that they are usually accustomed to, or they're in debt, right? Or which they to the IRS or the Federal Reserve, in which they owe taxes. So now under this new stimulus, which I think will definitely help people going into next year, the $10,200 of the federal unemployment will be tax deferred or somewhat tax free. So that's great, because now going into the 2022 tax year, you will not have people that's owing, whether they have taxes deducted from it, taken out of it, or not. So that was a great thing. Also, under this stimulus package, there is relief for mortgage and renters who are behind, right? This will be, they offer to help. I'm sorry, I got something playing. Okay, they're offering to help people, families pay rent, right? Um, Also, if I think up to 10 months of back rent or things of that nature. So now you won't have landlords struggling anymore, and you won't have, or supposedly you won't have, a lot of people being evicted from their houses or their homes as well. So you do know that the March 31st, to my knowledge, is still the eviction date, right? If you are a renter that and you have back pay. And so here is something playing. Give me 1 second. I don't know where it's coming from. I have something open and I don't know what it is. Okay. And so March 31st is still the eviction date for people that are renting, right? However, the foreclosure moratorium has been extended if you are a home buyer, right? Which means you will not be foreclosed upon for your back payments or non-back payments of your mortgages until July, right? So that has been extended. Again, to my knowledge, however, evictions for renters is still scheduled to go on as scheduled March 31st. So those persons who need rental and or mortgage assistance have until, let me see if I can pull that date up, as I thank you so much, my king, for the super chat. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat as well. So you do have, or there is a time frame in order to apply for this assistance, right? Um, and for the mortgage and renters, let me make sure I look that up. Again, if you earn less than 160,000 a year, um, and you are married, if your family make less than 160,000, right? Then to families earning less than 160,000 a year, individuals earning less than 80 or 75,000, right? Um, then 16 million Americans will not qualify. However, this is an extension from the 600 stimulus approved in December, right? So a lot of people will get $2,000 stimulus, right? A lot of people will be getting $2,000 total from December until March stimulus, right? So, but I'm gonna tell you how this a catch-22. So just stay all the way to the end. If you are jobless or unemployment, again, the federal boost will be $300, a decrease from $400. However, those benefits will be extended until September, right? Under the $400, the cutoff date would have been August, so you do get an additional month. And if you are you're not taxed, right? Your jobless benefits or your federal unemployment, up to $10,200 unemployment payments tax free. So that's great, because again, a lot of people right now are in a situation where they receive unemployment for 2020, and they were not getting, or getting tax taken out of the unemployment payments, and now they owe taxes. So this would definitely put them in a better tax position for 2022, right? So again, the $400 deadline was going to be cut off for August 29th. So I'm assuming now that the $300 is going to be extended to the end of September. Another great thing, if you are hungry, let's talk about, let me read some of these comments. Well, it's $1,400, and some people already have the 1,600, and that was a big push a big push by President Trump as as he was leaving office, right? Also, let's talk about, if you are hungry, was the food stamp. I think they still call it food stamp recipients. They will get a 15% increase in benefits, and this will continue up to September as well, right? So instead of having this expire in June, these benefits will continue up to September. Probably the last calendar day in September is when these things will expire. And families with children's schools, where the schools are closed, they may be able to receive pandemic EBT benefits through the summer if your state opts to continue it. So if you are a family and your schools have not been open for normal traditional schooling, and if your state chooses to opt into the EBT benefits through the summer, you would get that summer assistance as well. So again, EBT people, food stamps, 15% increase. Now, again, if you are behind on your rent or mortgage, both bills will send roughly, listen at this, 20 billion to state and local governments to help. But the key phrase here is to help low income households cover back rent, assistance, and utility bills. Now, hold on, my people making 80,000. Hold on, I know you're probably thinking, right? Probably thinking, where is our help? Because all of this is saying low income, right? Low income. Cassandra says she saved each of her checks. Cassandra, I don't know if I would have done that, right? Again, I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. But savers are losers. And this is what I mean. Had you, again, I'm not giving financial advice. This is just a scenario. Had you put the first $1,200 stimulus in cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, right? Your return on your investment today, that will be well worth over $9,000. So when you save that cash and those checks, you earn no interest. And now you're going to see prices of gas and groceries increase. So the money you saved last year is not going to buy you the same things that you could have got this year. Now, let me give you another scenario. Had you put the $1,200 in Ethereum, which is Bitcoin's competing cryptocurrency, the top two is Bitcoin and number two is Ethereum, you would have received well over $13,500. And that's just on the $1,200, not the $600. Right. And so now with Ethereum, had that money been invested into Bitcoin and not sitting in your mattress or your bank account, you would have had well over $13,500 and 1,000% return on your investment. And with Bitcoin, you would have had over a 600% return on your investment. Right. So I always think savers are losers, because that $1,200 last year, with gas and grocery prices increasing, is not going to buy you the same thing that $1,200 in 2021 would have purchased you. So you're actually losing, right, due to inflation. You're actually losing, and not necessarily winning. So just a teachable moment for you with that. So both bills would send 20 billion in state and local governments to help low income households cover back rent, rent assistance, and utility bill. But this is great news for landlords and those and banks. This is possibly will keep some of your local banks open, because banks would have went bankrupt, right? If people could not pay on their mortgages or their rent. However, this bill specifically says rent assistance. So I'm not sure if it's going to cover anything with the mortgages, right? It says rent assistance and utility bills. Also, if you have children, most families with minor children can claim a larger tax credit for 2021. This is great, right? So this is both under the Senate and the House bill. So qualifying families could receive a child tax credit of $3,600, right? For children under the age of 6, and $3,000 for each child, qualifying child under the age of 18. Now, the previous was $2,000 flatline for children under the age of 17. So now it's 3,000 for each one, right? Each one under the age of 18. Previously, it was 2,000 per child under the age of 17. And then now for each child under the age of 6 is $3,600. So that's great news as well. Small business owners, this is where we come in, where it benefits to be a business owner versus an employee, right? This is why business owners always have the advantages of employees. And I tell you all that if you are, especially a high income employee or just any income employee, you definitely always want to add a home-based business so you can get up to 475 tax deductions, right? Versus I said that wrong. 475 exemptions versus 9 tax deductions as an employee. Notice the language. Exemptions if you are a business owner, deductions if you're an employee, 475 if you're a business owner, only 9 if you're an employee. So if you own a small base, about a small, I was about to say home-based business, but even a small business, 15 billion to the emergency disaster loan program, right? So this is low interest loan from the Small Business Administration for those severely impacted with fewer than 10 workers. Will be given priority of getting that low interest loan. And this is why low interest loan is always better than using your cash, right? This is how using debt is smart. This is when using debt is smart, makes sense. And Dave Ramsey, I shared it on my page. He just made a post that debt is dumb and cash is king. It's just the reversal, in my opinion, right? It's just the reversal, in my opinion. Debt is always smart because, again, this is why cash is not king. Since 1974, cash has lost 98%, right? Or 94%, 98% of its purchasing power, meaning what a dollar tomorrow would purchase won't buy the same amount of items as the same dollar for today, right? Let's look at McDonald's cheeseburgers for examples, right? McDonald's cheeseburgers, and I used to have this scenario. Let me see if I can flip to it right quick, right? I didn't say I wasn't going to be on here long, but we have over 300 people live. I may can find it. As I said, it's not chess, not checkers, and I might not have it on here. I got so many things on my flip chart. I'll just leave it right there. Right, this is just some things that I had. Cash flow is king. Let me move. Cash is trash and cash flow is king. Number one, it's always an advantage to use debt because debt can buy you assets and assets can provide you cash flow, right? Debt can purchase you assets. See, inflation averages about 2 to 3% a year. When you get low interest rate loans, right, and you use that debt to invest in asset, not use those debts to get vacations, right, to get clothing, shopping sprees, right? Debt is always a smart thing because now you are paying back that debt with devaluated dollars. Let me say that again. Where you're not trying to get the high end clothing, right? The Louis Vuitton, the high end vehicle, right? The Lambo, unless you can afford it, the Lambo, the Porsche, the Rolls Royce, the whatever, the Mercedes, right? Some cases the BMW. When you use debt to invest in things that appreciate in value and not things that depreciate, like vehicles that do not hold their values, right? Um, like vacations, like shopping sprees, whatever it is, custom jewelry. Well, now the dollar is losing its purchasing power. So you're getting a low interest rate loan in most cases that's lower than inflation on that dollar, which again average to 3 to 5%. And you're using cheap dollars to pay back debt. That always makes sense because whatever asset that you're holding, right? Um, somebody said I should stop teaching right now until I get my likes up to 50. Somebody let me know. I don't even know how many likes I have. But whatever assets that you are holding, they should always appreciate. See, as the dollar goes down, assets goes up, or the value of the assets goes up. So you take that cheap dollar and you buy assets like land, real estate, not necessarily a personal house, but a multifamily unit, for example, that you can rent out, right? And as those things appreciate in value, gold, silver, home-based business, liabilities are, um, if you are renting or things that doesn't appreciate in value, right? Now you are paying back the banks to hold true assets when you use debt in a smart way, right? With cheap dollars, with cheap money. And that asset that you have is only appreciating. That's what happens. That's how the balance system works. As the assets appreciate, the dollar depreciates. And I do it's showing 300 people live, and I don't have a lot of likes up, but I'm going to continue to teach because I do have other people that's live streaming on other platforms, and it's calculating those viewers as well, right? So, maybe YouTube is not getting the likes up, but I'm not planning on being very long anyway. So let's get into if you are sick or you had to quarantine, right? This is different from Biden's original proposal that the House and Senate bills will not require employees to offer their benefits, but they do continue to provide tax credits to employers who voluntarily choose to offer the benefits. So your employer will have to voluntarily choose to offer this through October the 8th. Right. So this will provide your employer an incentive to offer paid sick and paid family leave. Right. Especially if you're caring for if you're sick or you're caring or taking care of a loved one or a child whose school is closed and sick. So unlike his original proposal, this bill offers, if your employer voluntarily chooses, those benefits up to October the 1st. So those are great things as well. Hopefully your employer will adopt that as well. If you need health insurance, right, more people can qualify for health insurance through the Affordable Care Act for 2 years, right, under the Senate and the House versions of the plan. So who is out of luck? Who will be out of luck with this? Well, workers being paid at or just above the federal minimum wage of $7.25 an hour. That is really, really sad that we still have a minimum wage of $7.25 an hour. But you do have some organizations like Amazon, Best Buy, and Walmart who have increased their minimum wage to $15. However, this is a catch-22. This is the other side of the spectrum that came with this. When they increased the minimum wage, especially Best Buy, right, they also laid off a lot of their full-time employees because they had to pay these employees benefits such as health benefits, insurance benefits, etc. So Best Buy, for example, just recently laid off 5,000 employees, and now they have their part-time workers. Walmart also increased the $15 minimum or increase the $15 pay, but only to workers in the two categories, which were people that work in the technology area of Walmart, and also the stockers, people that stock or kept the shelves or kept the items in stock. So this did not file for every worker at Walmart, right? Maddie says, we love Joe Biden. I used to be a Republican. You're not going to love it for long. You're not going to love it for long. I am neither Republican nor Democrat. I'm a bank account builder, right? You're not going to love it for long. Let me tell you why. Because a lot of you are going to see stock market crash, and this is what happened when the stock market crashed. This is why the stock market will and crash. And someone on my Facebook made a statement that, well, it has nothing to do with presidents. The stock market crash has nothing to do with presidents, right? The stock market has been crashing according to this comment on my Facebook page, right? This is not me stating this. According to the comment on my Facebook page, the comment is the stock market has been crashing. It's crashing because since 2009, stocks have been overpriced, right? Or they've been just highly, increasing the stock market, right? And so because the stock market have seen such success, according to this person, since 2009, people are selling off their stocks. That's not true, because if you know anything, that in 2020 during quarantine, we had a historical biggest stock market crash ever in history. Why you all didn't know that? Because they had you in quarantine. Yeah, in 2020, it was the biggest. Let me see. Let me pull it up. Stock market crash. Then you have the stock market crash of the 80s. It ranked right with that. And also the stock market crash again in the 1930s. Great Depression. Thank you, Queen Gwen. Thank you all so much for coming in with the $10 super chats. That's even better than the thumbs up for the people that give a super chat, because people don't want to give the thumbs up. And thank you so much, Queen, also for the $10 super chat as well. Monique is coming in with the $10 super chat as well, right? Sean says it's interesting that Jerome Powell said that we are experiencing inflation. The stock market didn't like that statement. The U.S. 10-year is over 150%, which signals 10-year what, Sean? You said the U.S. 10-year is over 1 point. Do I need to put my glasses back on? 1.5%, which signals a stock crash is coming. Sean, you just said the U.S. 10-year is over 1.5%. What do you mean 10-year? The stock market didn't like this statement. Thank you, C Stamps, so much. See, I'm getting the super chats in, so I appreciate the super chats. And maybe the people that watch this on the replay will get the thumbs up, right? We'll give the thumbs up. Thank you, C Stamps, for the $9.99 super chat. Gwen and Monique. Thank you all so much. And so this stock market crash happened in 2020. Again, a lot of people quarantined and didn't even know about it. It began March 9th with the history's largest point plunge for the Dow Jones up to date, right? And the stock market crash included the three worst point drops, people, in U.S. history. In history. In U.S. history. So, this has been brewing up for a long time. The only two other dates with the largest stock market crash were Black Monday in 1987. That was at a 22% drop. And it was actually 1914 with a 23% drop. And so a lot of people, also the Great Depression, right? And so this is why I tell people it didn't matter, because even when it dropped March 9th, and it fell, right, the third worst in history. 2020, President Trump, we still saw record highs in the stock market. So it's not about that. And I know people say, well, we were due for a correction because of the gains, right? Now we're getting some more thumbs up. We got 58 people thumbs up. So thank you all and for the super chat. And Jesus or Gwen, can one of you all answer this question for me or somebody? They want to know what's a super chat so I can continue to stay on topic. And so that happened during President Trump's presidency, and he brought it back up at the end of the year. So what's going on now, or the reason why the stock market crashed, because as the stimulus bills continue to build up, you have foreign countries, right? Other countries, foreign countries that are holding the U.S. bonds, right? And when they hold the U.S. bonds, they look at how the United States is continually to devalue its dollar, and they sell their bonds or they get rid of the bonds, right? Since 2006, for example, China has stopped purchasing U.S. bonds and began to put their money into buying assets, mainly the gold in Africa and Asia, right? Africa and Asia. So China says, why are we accepting it? Why do we want this paper that is being devalued? See, only people that lack a financial education, this is no insult to them, think that holding or saving cash is a smart financial move, or that having large amounts in their bank account is a great financial move. I always tell people, or I highly advise, right, because I'm not your fiduciary or financial advisor, that you only need the amount of the cash in the bank that will secure your bills, your mortgage, or your rent, utilities, and expenses up to a year. Right. Thank you, Gigi, son. Thank you so much, Queen, for the $5 super chat, right? For the $5 super chat. Thank you, Miss Bowles from California, for the $9.99 super chat. Thank you all so much, kings and queens, for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Oh my God, I think I clicked on the wrong thing. Somebody on Periscope, I guess, sent me a marriage proposal. But let me get back focused. Holding the USD is the only good when tied to gold. Yes, and I'm going to have more information coming to you all about debt jubilee. Again, I've been doing a lot of reading and researching this morning about exactly how I think this debt jubilee will happen. I don't think it will happen in the sense that they will just clear out our debts. Um, right now, I give you a sneak peek since I have so many people that's coming in with the super chat. And again, I'm still reading and researching. This has not been anything that I've even seen on YouTube. But currently, you have a Chapter 7 bankruptcy for consumers, for people, and you have a Chapter 13, right? Businesses can file a Chapter 11, right? Businesses can file Chapter 11. So people can file, consumers can file Chapter 13 and Chapter 7. Well, there's this new thing or a new proposal for a Chapter 10 bankruptcy, right? I know you haven't heard of Chapter 10. I'm going to discuss Chapter 10 sometime this week, probably. I'm going to finish my reading and researching. But Chapter 10 bankruptcy, just know you heard it first here. March 6th is an approval, and it's going to have some different changes to 7 and 13. And even under Chapter 10, you're going to be able to put your student loans in the bankruptcy, which you are not or able to do right now under 7 and 13. So for everyone that gave the super chat, thank you for giving, because that made me give that that information that I probably would have just gave to my Patreon members or to my private teaching groups. And so this is how I think the debt jubilee will happen and can happen. There are also some more provisions under Chapter 10 bankruptcy for your vehicles that's going to be different from Chapter 7 and 13. And the qualifications for Chapter 10 will be, I don't know if easier is the word, but it won't be as difficult, or as the guidelines won't be as stringent for chapter 10 as it is chapter 7 and 13. Now, you may be asking, well, Queen, you're the queen of credit and crypto. What about the chapter 10 bankruptcy reporting on my credit report for up to 7 years or 4 years? And this is within a year's time. Now, I'm not this is not going to happen in 2021. I'm teaching you our futuristic, right? Futuristic. I think this is going to begin implemented by 2022 or 2023. There will be no Equifax TransUnion or Experian, right? Now, you're going to need that for this year, right? But within 2022, maybe the beginning of 2023, there will be no Equifax, Experian, or TransUnion. It's going to be one public reporting of credit report, and that would also include crypto, right? That would also include crypto. So I'm not going to get too much into this because I'm still reading and researching, but this is just, how much I know as of right now. And Sean says that's ironic because Jeff Bezos stepped down as CEO and sold 3 billion of Amazon stock. Right. Stock market crash is coming. The stock market crash is coming. Coming for foreign countries are selling their bonds, which then indirectly affects the stock market because of exactly all of the people that says, I'm now Democrat. Now they're seeing how much of this free money. So back to this 725, right? So if you're just being paid 725 or just above the 725 federal minimum wage, the Senate ruled out increasing the hourly minimum wage to $15 an hour, right? And so no set $15 minimum wage. Now, I really don't know if this is good or bad. I don't think it's really jet bad or detrimental, simply because you're going to see rising gas and grocery pricing. This is going to cause inflation. And even on the universal basic income, right, which will probably be approximately $300 a month for the Fed unemployment. So the UBI, I thought it would be around 2,000, about $2,000 a month, maybe more, maybe less than that, right? Oprah sold on. Okay, I got other people coming in their comments. Oprah sold on. Thank you so much, Jimbo. I switched over my screen for a quick second. And the $10 super chats, just Jimbo, just $40. Thank you so much, Jimbo G. Are you the one that just proposed to me? So somebody just did. Let me adjust this lighting because it's uh, making my I think glare up a little bit. So Jimbo G, thank you so much, King. The $10 super chats coming in. He has 4 of them. For some reason, it's not allowing me to click on the other 3. Rico said Oprah has sold her own network. Thank you all so much for the $5 super chat. Thank you all so much. My queen came in with the $5 super chat and my Patreon member, right? And let me see, the comments are coming in so fast. It says, Princess says, Queen on fire. Listen, you guys, get those likes up. Oh, Jimbo says, no, I ain't no way that. Okay, no, I clicked on one. I think it was on my other platform, but thank you so much, King, for the $40 total amount of super chat all the way from Flint, Michigan. Jimbo, how is the water I guess, crises going with Flint, Michigan? In Jackson, Mississippi, it took up to 3 weeks. Not comparable to Flint, Michigan. However, I do know that a lot of kids, because they did not get their pure water and their purification of water that they should have been drinking out of Flint, Michigan, had a lot of issues, a lot of asthma, a lot of health issues, a lot of deaths because of that unclean water, and it taking so long to get that water purified. So how are things? What's the update with the water crisis in Flint, Michigan? Jimbo. And let's look at one of my faithful followers on Facebook shared this with me as well. Let me make sure I'm sharing. Get ready to pay more at the grocery store and gas station. I have been telling you all this for about 6 or 7 months, right? So let's get into this article as well. If I can find the article, it's just okay. Here we go. Get ready to pay more at the grocery store and gas station. Food and grocery prices on the rise, and experts say there's no end in sight to the spike, right? So this article is Memphis, Tennessee. Prices are on the rise at the grocery stores. Experts say there is no end in the sight to the spike. There's several reasons why things are only going to get worse with your gas and grocery prices. So why are you paying more? One major reason is gas prices. After February's severe quote unquote winter storm or winter weather, right? I guess they are maybe saying this is the Black Swan event. However, I do think that this was a direct result of global warming and also crystallizing and spraying the clouds, right? They can have this result. A lot of people also are aware of HARP, global warming issues that caused the hurricane, many say, in Haiti. However, after February's severe winter storm that brought the snow, ice, and Arctic air to much of the South Texas refineries and the country's largest were forced to shut down. What does that mean for you? It will cost you more to ship goods, and these costs will be passed down to you at the store. Gas pricing warning at $3 a gallon, right? $3 a gallon for gas is already $3 or more. Ms. Bowe told me, for example, out of California, some of those states, the national average, however, for gas is about $2.75. So we will definitely surpass the national average. And gas has increased this year alone by 30%. So in the Mid South, right, Mid South, you have gases that's averaging at $2.58 a gallon. So that's even 34 cents higher than last month. So by Memorial Day, energy experts warned that gas could hit $3 a gallon by Memorial Day. Also, the supply chain issues, grocery stores, more people are grabbing takeout and eating their meals, are having an effect, right? And so this is causing your grocery stores. Also, you have Bill Gates who want to go to plant-based meat, right? I have no issues with plant-based items, right? However, we don't know all of the Beyond Meat ingredients because Bill Gates have ulterior motives with that Beyond Meat, right? Right now, he is the largest landowner. So when you are the largest landowner as well, right, you can definitely control the agricultural environment. And we don't know all the intricate details, right? And that's why I told people about the vaccine. It has an RNA in it, and you don't know all of the intricate details about how that RNA can and will affect your DNA, right? And so, but you don't know what this quote unquote. Again, I have no issues with anything plant based that's been proven and that it's not controlled or not produced by the largest landowner in the United States. And you do know that Bill Gates also believed that the United States is overpopulated. And he's also an advocate for the vaccine. So you have to take all of those things into consideration, right? So the pipes are getting fixed. Jimbo says the pipes are getting fixed, but everyone wasn't affected. Like I said on the news, Flint and Flint Township are two different pipelines. Okay, thank you so much. Um, my beautiful, future wife and queen, hello to you. Uh, The pipes are getting okay. Thank you. I read that already. Bill Gates' father was the head of the Planned Parenthood. He was very suspect. Wow, exactly. And why do you think they're working so hard? I always tell people in the Black and brown communities, uh, for some reason they have forgotten history or they don't know it, but you definitely need to study the Tuskegee experiment and the effects of that vaccine. And the media is is drawing the picture that is this health pandemic, or I don't want to get demonetized, but the C word is affecting more people in the Black and brown community. I don't like to say African Americans. Really, I think you either African or you're not. That's where you were derived from. Actually, Jesse Jackson just came up with the phrase African American in the '90s. It's not that old. But if wherever your motherland or country from, right, you're African, right? And so in the Black and brown community, you have things like reparations that's coming up, right? You have people in the Black and brown community, minorities that's due reparations. So you cut off the quantity of the people, then less have to get reparations. And there's just, I won't go into that, but it's just so, if people in the Black and brown community really knew their history, if they would really study the ancient Egyptians, and understand how religion and Christianity was pretty much stolen from the ancient Egyptians, and the truth behind Christianity and the ancient Egyptians, and you all really, and that we all understand that we are the true spiritual people that actually not only built the United States, right, or the labor on our back, but we also are the founders or the of Christianity, and Christianity is disputed. And so, if like, again, I don't want to get too much into this, um, but one of my mentors sent me an article, and I read about the King of Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. Well, she was not named Queen Sheba; she was the Queen of Sheba, and her name was Queen Makeba, if I'm correct, right? And if you are really, really knew who you are, if we really knew who we are, if we really knew our history, I'm not talking about this American history taught in schools. I'm talking about if you knew that Kemet was in Egypt, which is the founding place of spirituality that Christianity came and stole. And then they told you that Egypt is not in Africa, but it's a part of Asia. But it is in Africa. You could just look at the map. If you really knew who you were and your superpowers, then you would really understand that question, why they are pushing so hard for people in the Black and brown community to take the vaccine. So that's just my answer to that. Queen, are you saying we're superior to other races? We really are. We just don't know the history of it. But do we love other races? Yes, we do. But are we the superior? Yes, we are. But they told you that you were not. Right? So higher gas prices are going to be here. And also, which will increase the prices of food. Your plant-based meat substitutes, right? Again, we're talking about that, will increase 5 to 8%. So even with this stuff that he wants to put in beyond meat, those prices will increase because the government is estimating a 9% increase in soybean prices as well. So you got the plant-based meat substitutes that will, and then you're going to see less meat, right? That's not plant-based available for your grocery stores. You're going to see a meat shortage. And what happens when people have a meat shortage? Well, they start acting like animals, right? They start acting like animals. And again, Just keep note of all of this information. Another thing, let's get on cryptocurrency real quick, right? That's enough about the stimulus. I think I well educated you all about that. I'm going to give you some price predictions for Polkadot as well as Cardano. Predictions. Wanted to provide this information to you because I thought it was just, it can make a lot of people millionaires if you know this information. If you have not purchased the Cash on Crypto report book, because a lot of people don't know what platforms that I recommend to even purchase Cardano or ADA, Cardano, ADA, Polkadot, also Dot. Invest in the Cash on Crypto report as well, right? Invest on the cash. You can find it on the Cash on Crypto report on Periscope. Make sure that when you go to the website, the Cash on Crypto report, that you fill in all of that information, right? Just because you fill in all, you've completed all of your information that it requires, which is your name, first, last name, um, address, and email address, does not mean that the payment has been purchased. So even though you might see a message that says $75 payment, is not actually done until you go onto the Cash App platform and actually make that transaction, right? So if you want to know what exchange to use, it's all found. It's a electronic PDF book, Cash on Crypto report. Uh, yes, Princess, I did know that the first we've had a first black president. Definitely Barack Obama was not the first black president. Let me read. Sean says the word chemistry is derived from Kemet, the land of the blacks. The Greeks thought it was a mystery that the Egyptians can turn metal into gold. Exactly. Exactly. Everybody talk about gold and silver is God's money, which it is, but you don't know what our people are the one that discovered that money. Yep. That's a whole nother live stream for another day. That's an entire another live stream. Um, okay, it's no longer $35. The Cash on Crypto report is $75 right now. So if it didn't process for you, I don't know if it's something going on with your own Cash App platform. Right now, Cash App is the only form of payment that I accept. So let's look at these price predictions, right? I told you that if you would have invested $1,200 in your stimulus in Ethereum, you would have received 1,000% return. Well, Ethereum at the time of March and April of 2020 was at $100. Well, you're talking about Cardano that's under $1.50 right now, and that could be headed to $20, and Polkadot, which is around the $30 price range. Let me look to make sure. We got Polkadot is number 6 ranked cryptocurrency. Just know, people, that these are blockchains, and it's at $32.99, right? Which is a great price. It's down 2%. But according to this article, it's predicting that these two blockchain technologies could be headed up to $20 for ADA, right? ADA right now, let's see the price of Cardano. Let's see where ADA is. This is how you stay ahead of recession, people. Is number 4. And it's one, I got to show this because this is my number. I need to buy some more ADA right now. If Gwen and them are still on, you all know that 111 is my number. So we got ADA down at 5.39%. I love 111, double 11, because Deuteronomy 1 and 11 states that God, your fathers, will bless you or increase you 1,000 times more. For everyone that gives in super chat and that gives to, or that are Patreon members, this is the scripture that I pray over all of you all, right? Because if you do know, Kemet also teaches that it's illegal, it's against the laws of the universe to receive to someone and you never give, right? So for the people that watch for free, that do things for free, it's illegal, which means it will rob you of your opportunity for prosperity. So 111 is my number. I think I'm going to purchase more Cardano while we are live, just because that's my number, right? That's my number. I'm going to purchase some more right now. Deuteronomy 111, that the God your fathers will increase you 1,000 times more. So let me get on my phone. But now you have that at 111. And let me share this again. You're welcome, Regal said thank you. You're welcome, welcome. I pray this over my Patreon. And I also, everyone that gives a super chat every live stream, this is my prayer or proclamation for you, right? So I'm going to get some more Cardano because 111 are my numbers, right? So again, these three projects are going to start to disrupt the industries across the board, according to these articles, from healthcare to real estate to financial, right? This is why this price prediction is being made. So could rise 20x people within the next 2 to 3 years. I do think you're going to see Cardano, hopefully before the end of this month, hit that $2 price range as well, $2 to $3. And so he's saying 2 to 3 years. He's predicting it from $20 to $700 for Polkadot. Again, they're going to cover everything from healthcare to real estate. And then recently, this is the same fund that sold $750 million worth of Bitcoin to invest in Cardano and Polkadot. Right? He says that the potential for these projects, along with Ethereum, don't sleep on Ethereum. I know some of you are saying, McQueen, I'm waiting on Ethereum to hit 2,500. It's coming. I'm going to show you why. We're going to discuss NFTs. But it's going to change the way the world does business is massive. So companies like, according to this article, Elon Musk, Tesla, which holds 1.5 billion in Bitcoin, will eventually move some funds to Ethereum, Polkadot, and Cardano. Right? Chan, who is the founder of Ask the Doctor. Did you all know that? This is the founder of Ask the Doctor, where you can go online and ask the doctor about their health issues, started accepting Bitcoin on his platform back in 2016. So he's 5 years ahead of Tesla. February 21st announcement that they will begin accepting Bitcoin, right? So yes, the founder of Ask the Doctor is predicting Cardano at $20 in 2 to 3 years, and the Polkadot at 700. What a great return on investments to get in if you're getting in at below $35 and below $1.50, right? So as I'm logging off, I'm going to briefly discuss NFTs, non-fungible tokens, and we're going to discuss Dorsey, recent NFT, as it reaches $2 million as Twitter. Dorsey highlights new NFT version of first ever tweet. Now, you know what? I was a little confused on this one. I want to be honest. I'm like, who will purchase $2 million for his tweet? Right? It's not that serious. But you have the founder of Tron. You know what Tron is? Tron wants to offer decentralized internet. So Justin Sun wants to offer $2 million for the founder of Twitter first tweet, Dorsey. So the internet is making big on this offer, right? And it all makes sense. The Twitter CEO, again, Jack Dorsey, called attention for a tokenized version of his first tweet. On the non-fungible token NFT platform, this will be used on Ethereum's platform. Valuables. The tweet was minted in December 2020. Dorsey's Friday tweet has ignited a bidding war. So right now you have Justin. How many people out there are Tron holders, right? The founder of Tron and CEO of BitTorrent has been bidding for this historic tweet. And I think let me show you how what the tweet said. Let me pull up the tweet. Um, I don't think the tweet said what this is my Twitter, right? So I'm going to show you how to tweet. Oh no, just setting up my Twitter. This is the as I give it the hearts. And yeah, you have Justin Sun again that commented. Founder of Tron says just made a 500,000 off of your tweet. So what NFTs is allowing, non-fungible token, is allowing artists and people on different platforms to own and take copyrights of their tweets, of their artwork, whether it's digital artwork, and their artistry, their music, right? You have Jay-Z and Dorsey also just made a deal as well. Let me pull that article up. Jack Dorsey and Jay Z. That Jack Dorsey is the CEO, founder of Twitter, and he purchased Jay Z failed music, right? So this is empowering artists. This is especially musicians. I think King Leon just sold the NFT of their first album. I can pull that up. And all of this is on the Ethereum network, but blockchain Polkadot will be blockchain technology that would assist in this as well. And again, assist in the healthcare and real estate field, blockchain technology, Polkadot and Cardano. You also know I gave you an update that Cardano um, and Singularity Net supposed to be making a big announcements this month in March. Singularity Net AGI is the new world technology of machines and robots doing the jobs or replacing the jobs of humans. So you have the Square title deal that includes Crypto Kitties, Jay Z's failed music service, and so yeah, Jack Dorsey is getting to that range, or he's getting to that arena rather of artistry, more copyright, more residual income, more power for people in their music, copyright, and artwork. And this is where Tron and decentralized will come in as well. So, it's allowing artists to have more power control of their music and their work, their culture, musicians, right? So this is him and Jay-Z picture. So you all, I'm signing out. I just want to give you all those quick updates. We kind of missed the stimulus, stocks, Kimmich, everything into this live stream. Princess says Jay-Z just also did a deal with Louis Vuitton. Wow. Sean, you are so correct that it does take, and this is what Prince, Michael Jackson, all of them, right, were advocating to have ownership. Michael Jackson bought Sony Records, ownership of their masters. This is very powerful, especially for the Black and Brown community. And so this is where Ethereum, smart contracts, Polkadot, Cardano, all of them come into part. My Patreon link, let me look it up and let me notify someone real quick. I see that you went on the website to purchase the cash on crypto report. However, just know that the payment is still processing. Lee Brown, aka Les Brown, it was you. I see it's you this time. So it is still processing. The payment has not been completed through YouTube. I'm sorry, Cash App. I'm sorry, Cash App. So I have to tell people that because sometimes they think when they complete their personal information that that's it because it'll have completed order, but it has to process through the Cash App as well, Lee. So whenever I wait on that, then we can go ahead and I will mark that order as complete, and it will then email you back. So make sure that when you are purchase the Cash on Crypto report, that you check your junk and your spam folder and that the payment is fully processed. That's the link to my Patreon channel. Yes, Jimbo must own our rights. Yes. And I'm signing out. It's been an hour, 15 minutes. I said I would try to keep you all under 45 minutes, but that never really works, right? Because it's just so much information. And when you're live streaming, people comment and it kind of, I want to kind of elaborate on some things that I think are good points of interest or knowledgeable or teachable moments, right? So closing with Sean's statements, a good read by George G.M. Stolen Legacy. The Greeks were not the authors of Greek philosophy, but the people of North Africa called the Egyptians were. I would put that as a note. I love to read. Readers are leaders. So the name of this book again, Sean, is Stolen. Sean, what state are you from? It's just amazing. It's just I don't know. It's just amazing to me. Stolen Legacy. That I have a Sean on YouTube that's teaching or helping me co-teach so much about history, about cryptocurrency, about the economy. And my ex-husband and I divorced just because of that, mainly because of that reason. We he just really didn't have any interest in this thing. So that's just something. I don't think that he created this fake profile and that you're him and he's learned all this information in 3 years. So so that's just I don't know. Um, so that's my Patreon link for those that ask. And ORBS is on the rise. People, yes, do your own research. Thank you all so much again. Hey, here's to your health and your wealth, your peace and your prosperity, your credit, your crypto, and your cash flow. Queen, I'm not even going to say critical crypto out. I'm just going to say queen out. You all have a great, safe weekend. Also, I probably will live stream tomorrow. I think Bitcoin is going to hit that, go back up to 50K. It touched 49 yesterday and it took a small, it's back in the green today. It's at 48. I do expect between Sunday and Monday or to hit that 50K mark between Sunday and Monday. Again, ADA is still at 111. Ethereum is up 4% on the day. XRP is up. So you got a lot of cryptos in the green. People, put your cash on crypto. We are not out of the blue yet, right? We are not out of the blue yet as far as not experiencing a recession. Again, it's still predicted that this will be the Great Depression 2.0. And so you definitely want to grow your cash at an expeditious rate. Also, basketball billionaires form NBA blockchains use case committee. Did you all know that Mark Cuban is now accepting Dogecoin at his NBA games? Right. But he's the headline with the list of owners exploring blockchains use cases for the NBA. That's a slam dunk, isn't it? So, blockchain tech may soon become integral part of the largest basketball league, the NBA. That's not a surprise to me. I believe this will happen. And blockchain-based ticketing has made significant strides. Also, I know I said I was logging off. Forgot to share this with you. Elon Musk, he haven't forgot about Dogecoin. He has a city in Texas. What's the name of this city? I just read this article on yesterday. Creating a city in Texas, right? Let me share this with you all. Bitcoin to the moon, exactly. Elon Musk is creating a city in Texas. It will be called Starbase, and it will be ruled by the Doge. Do you have your Doge? Right? Have your Doge. It's other platforms that you can purchase Doge from. One of them is crypto.com. I much prefer people to purchase it on crypto.com versus Robinhood, right? Because you have a public key to it in which you can own it, and it's more stable. So, yeah, is building a new city in Texas called Starbase around the rocket launch site of SpaceX, using a cause and stir. So again, people, if you have the patience and the foresight, as he says, it's from the moons from here. Cryptocurrency is not an investment per se. It is the new currency of the world globally, right? Globally. Um, in my opinion, my son has a saving account. I can't really just give you that financial advice, but I will say it this way. If I had a young child, right? Well, I'll just tell you this. My daughter doesn't have savings. She has crypto. That's without me being your financial advisor and giving you financial advice, right? My daughter does not have a savings. She have crypto. So that's what I did for her. Gigi says they are doing the same thing in Las Vegas, building a blockchain. Wow. And Sean came in and said that as well. No, Robinhood and Cash App will not allow you export because you don't own it. You don't have a key. It's just an exchange. When you have a public wallet, it's a code of several a code in which you can now convert or move that to other crypto wallets. So you don't have a key on Cash App or Robinhood. This is why I told people I highly advise them not to invest on those platforms because you don't have a key. It's like having a house. You're not having a key to access it, right? You have no ownership and you cannot use it for collateral to get loans. When you purchase on Cash App or Robinhood, when you purchase on other platforms, it gives you that opportunity to use crypto to collateralize loan. All right, you all, I'm signing out. Dogecoin, Bitcoin, Polkadot, Cardano, a whole lot of them. Tron, to the moon, to the moon. Exactly. Curtis, thanks for coming in. He said no keys on Cash App. If you don't have the keys, you don't have the ownership. You don't have the ownership, you can't get the collateral and you can't store it securely to make sure, Robinhood got so many issues going on right now in the stock market. It's just not a very stable platform, period, right? All right, you all have a great, great weekend. I'll probably see you all live tomorrow. So if you follow me on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel.